What is going on, guys? So people have been saying I'm straying away from Space Force content. So coming to you with a new video today about the Space Force mess dress. And lo and behold, it's right here. Now, you may say, that kind of looks like an Air Force mess dress with Air Force Tech Sergeant stripes. Well, you're correct. The Air Force and Space Force mess dress is the same thing. Space Force hasn't came out with a separate Space Force dress. That's supposed to be separate from the Air Force. But then again, it's been about 25 years since they've announced the Space Force service dress, and that still hasn't hit the actual force. So it's probably not going to come out in a while. And when I was in the Air Force, I bought a mess dress. And you're like, dude, why would you buy a mess dress? You're that guy, right? Well, long time ago, when I used to be a different person.
Oh, look. It's a picture I took of you the first time I ever came here. Look at you, so young and happy. Where do the years go?
I thought I was gonna get married. I was engaged, and I thought, wow, Air Force mess dress would be the dopest thing to wear during my wedding. Well, the wedding never came. It's kind of similar to like Final Destination, where like the plane explodes, but then like the people that didn't make the plane, they don't make the flight, and then they're complaining like, damn, I didn't make the flight.
There you go.
And then they see the plane explode, and they're like, maybe it wasn't too bad that I wasn't on that plane after all. Anyway, enough about myself. Let's go ahead and get into the Air Force mess dress or the Space Force mess dress. And I just want to give you guys an idea of how much it roughly costs. So all in all, it cost usually around $500, maybe a little bit more. I actually saved my receipt from the exchange where I bought it. It's a very long receipt because there was every single uniform item, and actually not every single mess dress item is on this receipt. It doesn't include the white undershirt, the collared undershirt, because it's different from like a normal white shirt. There's also cufflinks with this, because you wear it underneath. So if you're buying a brand new Air Force or Space Force mess dress, then it's gonna run you a little over 500 bucks. Now the difference between the Air Force service dress and the Air Force mess dress, and I'm just gonna use Air Force and Space Force interchangeably, because technically we're kind of the same thing. The Air Force service dress is what you normally would see when people are wearing their service dress or something that is similar to a suit and tie. And then the mess dress is different from the service dress. The mess dress is more formal. It's for like dinners and Air Force or Space Force balls. Maybe, like weddings, just more formal ceremonies. The mess dress would be more appropriate. But again, it's a lot more expensive. It's damn near more than 500 bucks. And I think that's why a lot of enlisted members choose not to actually get this, because it's not a mandated required uniform to have. In lieu of having a mess dress, you can wear a semi-formal dress, which utilizes the Air Force or Space Force service dress, but the difference is you don't wear your name tag, you wear a white undershirt opposed to your blue undershirt. That kind of substitutes in any formal occasion that you don't have the mess dress. So if you're an officer, I believe it's required for you to have a mess dress. And as you become an SNCO in the enlisted ranks, it is heavily recommended that you do have a mess dress. Like as a master sergeant or as an SNCO, they all kind of expect you to have a mess dress if you go to any formal event. Not necessarily mandatory, but it's kind of an unwritten rule of if you're SNCO, you will have mess dress. So luckily, I still have this thing. And like I said, Space Force mess dress probably isn't going to come out in another 55 years. So yeah, let's just kind of get into the different pieces of the mess dress. So starting out, we have this cummerbund. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. And it comes in this very fancy box. So pretty much you take this out and you wrap it around your waist. Now, I'm just a silly enlisted guy with an associate's degree from the Community College of the Air Force. I'm not a very smart man.
I'm not a smart man.
I don't have a bachelor's degree, so I've never had to wear this to any fancy occasion or any like normal cummerbund. But you wrap it around your waist, as so, when you're wearing your white undershirt, and then you'll pretty much see it. And it'll if you wear this open, you'll see it underneath the jacket. Cummerbund itself was $24.60. Okay, $24.60. Next thing I want to cover is this bow tie. So yep, you wear a bow tie with your Air Force or Space Force mess dress. This one's a clip-on bow tie. So this thing was only $4.95, okay? That's not too bad. $4.95 really for a bow tie is not bad. That's pretty much a Chick-fil-A sandwich right there. So I'm just going over the accessories first before we hit the actual jacket. And then You have your suspenders. So I'm not honestly sure if you wear the suspenders along with the cummerbund, because I don't know, like you wear your white shirt. I think it's either or both. I don't know, don't quote me on it. So never mind, these aren't suspenders. The official name for them is shirt garter, I think. $6, not too bad. Another Chick-fil-A sandwich. Next, I just want to cover this. This is the white undershirt that you wear. You have these, you place these in, these little buttons here. Yeah, very fancy. You have to pay for that extra, and then you also pay for these cufflinks. So I got these little Air Force cufflinks. The cufflinks themselves, there's a pair of them, is $26. So you put them on this white undershirt, and I think it may have came with these too. I don't know if these were separate. I honestly forgot, but I don't see it on the receipt. For this, let's just say that this was like 20 bucks. Sure, whatever. Now that we got through kind of the accessories, we're gonna get into the meat and potatoes of this thing that costs $500. I haven't used it once. I haven't used it in any professional capacity once. So I was like, why not make a whole video about it? It's been staying in my closet. I turned off the AC so it wouldn't be too loud, but the AC's also broke here. Please, I've been putting in a maintenance request for this AC probably about 4 times, okay? Let's go and get into the mess dress. Wow, look at that. Look at this thing, very cool. As you can see, still got the Air Force Tech Sergeant's rank, but boom, you see that? You just gotta get this sewn on. Now it's a Space Force mess dress. Space Force mess dress. Air Force mess dress. So just like that, this is where you're gonna get your money taken from you, okay? And once you start adding these little medals, depending on what medals you have, the medals are different compared to the ribbons. So this is one of my old outdated ribbon racks, but the ribbons are different from the medals. So not every ribbon or decoration is gonna be a medal. So you'll definitely have more on your ribbon rack than your medals. So I got about 7 on this. You know, based on those 7, you have to buy the mount bar for how many particular medals you have, and then you buy your occupational badge. This is the Senior Space Badge, similar to what is on the service dress that I wear. The Senior Space Badge is $6.55, and then the medals can be ranging from about $5 to how many bucks. But really, what designates this as a Space Force mess dress is this Space Force pin here, okay? It's the same one that we wear on our Space Force service dress. Instead of wearing 2, we only wear 1, and it's this Space Force pin. Now, if we take a closer look, you'll see this thing. I'm not sure exactly what this thing is called, but all I know is you use this to connect it here, and it makes you look like a very professional butler.
Do you need a towel, sir?
That is the Air Force Space Force mess dress jacket. This thing cost me about 192 bucks. Without and before alterations, 192 bucks for this jacket alone by itself. And then what's hanging underneath the jacket is of course the trousers. I do like the trousers. The difference between these and the trousers we have with our service dress is that it has this nice little line running down. It's a stripe. I'd say it's kind of like a satin type material. So it's very formal, looks pretty cool. There's no belt, so you have to get it tailored to you to make sure that it sits right. When I first got this mess dress, it was about maybe 3-4 years ago. I honestly forgot, but I think I was like 15 pounds lighter. Definitely more fit, but I did put on some pounds. But for the hell of it, I think I'm just gonna try this uniform on and see how it fits tonight. And just see, you know, if I can still use this. Maybe I'll use this in the future, who knows? And I think the last thing that I haven't mentioned that you also wear with this uniform are of course your shoes. So I got these low quarters. I don't know if you can see how dusty they are, but they're pretty dusty, you gotta dust them off. But they're the same low quarters I wear for my service dress. I guess you could get fancier low quarters like Italian leather if you're an officer or something, but me, if I ever have to wear this again, I'll probably just wear my low quarters. So let's go ahead and try this thing on and see how it fits. like even it out, but I think that's how you wear it. Hey! The last thing that comes on is the actual mess dress code itself. This is what it would look like if you wore this. Wow, very cool. Very cool indeed. Am I Master Sergeant material this year? Who knows? Who knows what they're looking for? Alright. And here it is. The Space Force mess dress in all its glory. Now the only thing is, hold up, can you even see this? I'm not wearing my low quarters, and I don't have any socks, but you know, you would be wearing socks with this. This is what it would really look like. This is the Space Force mess dress right here. You know, I mean, like I said, I never wear it ever. So it actually makes you feel like you are 500 something bucks. It does look a lot more sharp than the current Air Force service dress. I can't say too much about the Space Force service dress because again, it hasn't even made its way to the actual force. So when I do get that, I would love to make a video and show you guys my thoughts and impressions of it. A few senior enlisted leaders and also general officers do have the new Space Force service dress. And I know eventually it's gonna trickle down to the common folk. The boots on the ground or the boots on the moon. Callie, what do you think? Callie? You like it or no? Alright. But yeah, so I have this Space Force mess dress on right now. I probably won't wear it for probably for another couple years. So I'm glad I made this a video. I just kind of wanted to make some use out of buying this thing because again, I've never used it since I bought it. Didn't really get to use it for the original purpose. But also, hey, wait, before you guys go, I would highly recommend if you need to get an Air Force or Space Force mess dress, I would highly recommend visiting the Airman's Attic. Usually they have an Airman's Attic on every base, and pretty much people donate their military clothing, their military uniforms to the Airman's Attic, and you can get it for very cheap, if not for free. So if anyone is looking to get this, start there first, and also maybe try eBay, so you don't have to buy the full amount of this mess dress. Just start at eBay or the Airman's Attic. You can definitely get them for cheaper, and then the only thing is you're gonna have to find the right size. And then after you find the right size, you can also get it tailored to your body because all our bodies are different and we're all very important, special people, diverse force, all that. But yeah, thanks for watching the video, guys. And if you have any comments, questions, concerns, leave them in the comments below. Hit the bell for notifications, and every little thumbs up I really do appreciate. Thank you guys. But other than that, I don't got anything else. I'm sweating. My AC, my apartment maintenance needs to come fix this AC. I've been sweating here. Okay, guys. Copley Lofts. We gotta do better. Okay, guys. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, stay safe, keep grinding, and y'all take it easy.